This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Therapy, but better. BetterHelp. Can you imagine, y'all? uh, I thought that was funny. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to my first ever episode of I'm a Cancer Podcast. What? Oh my God, I'm so excited. So I recorded the conversation with my friend, which you'll be hearing shortly. But I just wanted to get on here quickly before this starts just to express my excitement. And I don't know who's to say how this goes, but, I think it'll just be fun. And that's what life's all about right now. Having fun. Or trying to. Anyway, please enjoy the following episode. Bye-bye.
New album?
Yeah.
I listened to it while I was camping. So I was driving the ATVs while we were in the mountains because it came out on Friday and I was in the mountains on like Thursday. And
True.
so I was like, oh, like this is perfect. And
Yeah.
I genuinely like the first 4 songs, very Beyonce tease, transition.
Very Beyonce tease.
I was like, is this one song? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
No, I was 4 songs. I was in the intermission.
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
were
whoa.
gagged. You were gagged.
I was like, wow. And then after the intermission, it gets a little, you know how she gets very criminal vibes? Like, I wake up and like the murder and like you're on top of me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
her lyrics.
Yes.
It got very that. Because at first it was very like girly pop. Well, not really because Illegal was like very much criminal detective
Yeah.
girly pop.
Yeah.
But she had to sprinkle in some of her odd lyrics. Not odd, but you know, it's a story.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna be TikTok music.
It's
you know?
very, very linear. Yeah, she has a storytelling aspect,
Yes.
which I
She
love
writes.
about her.
Yes.
She does write.
Very BB
I know that about her.
Love BB Doobie. Do you like
Love.
BB Doobie?
I do.
Sunny Day.
I'm still new. Like I'm still
Utopia.
I'm still
New?
getting into it. Like I'm still
So,
like trying to
being
like.
oh.
I've been exploring music a lot lately. I've been on my music
Yes.
exploring phase.
That's beautiful. What
It
was
is
your
beautiful.
like where did you start exploring?
Oh my God. Where did I start exploring? Well, the other day I had never listened to Archangel by Grimes before. I had never heard that album before.
Is that the one with Genesis?
I think so. It's the one where it's like the crazy album cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yes.
like it's like a cartoon. Yeah.
California.
Yes. Yeah. So I listened to that for the first time, and I was honestly a bit shocked, but in like a good way.
Okay,
Where I was like,
yeah.
oh, I was like, I don't know why I missed this. And then also like lately I've been getting more into Kaytranada.
Love Kate Renata.
Love.
Kate, yes. Have you listened to his there's the Be Your Friend, but his original is Be Your Girl, like the
I've
like
not heard that.
That was like the one that got Kay into like the big, you know, like a little bit more not
Mhm.
mainstream, but it's just a remix, but it got his name out there because it was really it's really good. You should check it out.
Oh wow.
That's what I love. Kate Renata, like love. When exploring music, do you get into like country? Because country is that's not
That's not you.
that's not me.
You're not a country girl.
It depends. I love a Casey Musgraves.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But she's like country
girly
pop.
Country. Yeah,
She's like country pop.
I can't do Republican country,
Okay.
God country.
No, never God country.
No. So
Like this is God's country. No.
Dolly Parton, I can do it.
Oh well, I mean, I would hope you would.
my favorite.
Can you do Cowboy Carter? Is that like a?
Oh, I like I
Okay.
like Cowboy Carter. I'm not. You know, Renaissance call me more like the tour
I could agree.
than Cowboy Carter.
Did you go to Renaissance?
No, I
Oh.
wanted to, but she didn't come to Denver.
Did she not?
No, she's not even coming for Cowboy Carter either.
Girl.
Which it's like I get, like who's coming to Denver?
Well, her Cowboy Carter is a lot short. I think it's a lot smaller so far.
The tour, or the show,
No, the tour.
the tour. Well, I imagine no, because like we just saw you last.
And we don't know what like Act 3 is gonna be. You know what I
I
mean?
hope
Like we
it's
don't know
rock.
what. I hope it's rock too.
Or like some form of like weird.
People thought
Bjork.
a lot of people thought it was gonna be like a gospel album for a long time.
Oh.
And everyone was, and I was like,
I can see it.
I can
'cause
see gospel
honestly,
influences.
Beyonce, yeah, Beyonce is amazing.
She does the
at
chorus good.
anything.
Like I like when she has a chorus with her.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
but like I think Bjork, Beyonce, like a they them. You know when she did the mullet.
They them.
A
Yes.
they them Beyonce, Bjork, Genesis type.
A they them
grinds.
Beyonce
Like
would kill.
I need a they them Beyonce album.
I mean, like, what's the closest you think she ever got to that?
The Beyonce self-titled. Hello.
Oh yeah.
No, honestly, Beyonce self-titled is she her binary.
I think
down.
Sasha Fierce is kind of they them. I'm gonna be honest. It's the duality. You have Ave Maria on there, and then you have like Diva.
And then if I were a boy,
And if I were a boy,
literally
if she was a boy,
she's like if I used he him pronouns.
no, literally, if she was a man.
Sasha Fierce, if I use she her
Sasha
pronouns.
Fierce is a they them icon. You heard it here first.
There we go. Okay, so
And then what's her like? Does she have like a he him album then?
probably like the one where she's like cater to you and like I think like
Cater
four.
to you? You mean like
No, not cater to. That's like
Dance for
Destiny's
You?
Child. No, the song cater to you is in the.
there's a song by her called Cater to You?
Yeah, she's like, "I'll cater to you." Something
That is
or
not the
that
song.
Destiny's Child.
Is it? Oh, that's Destiny's Child. You're right.
Yeah, that's
You're right.
Destiny's
And it's like a
Child.
2 and then you
That's very much like. That's she her like
Oh,
or
yeah.
that's her. What did you say?
he him. I think
Or
her.
her,
I think
him.
her most like masculine.
Masculine.
She was angry on Crazy in
Lemonade?
Love. She
Crazy
was
in Love?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that gave full like.
Honestly, for me, it was Lemonade as her he him.
Oh, of course.
'Cause, like,
that's the obvious
She's
answer.
leaving. What do
Like,
men do?
hold
They
up.
leave.
She was pissed.
I'm
She was
sorry,
mad.
but she cheated. Like she cheated. Like,
I don't think she did cheat.
well, not she cheated, but she cheated back. Like she
Oh,
got her lick
right.
back. Like she
by
she was-
serving.
yes,
when
was
she
like, okay,
served,
it's
she
my
cheated
turn.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
He got
by
his lick
serving.
back. Yeah.
Yes, like she, like Lemonade was amazing. I remember
Lemonade
where I
was
was.
amazing.
I was driving past like a Six Flags.
Did you crash your car?
No.
Okay.
But it was on the radio.
Oh, okay.
It was like Lemonade. Like who listens to it? It was on the radio.
They put it on the. I remember when it premiered on like HBO because it was like a visual. It was like a video.
It was like a
album.
movie. Yeah.
It was like a visual. I remember. I remember
Yes.
hearing about the movie first because it was on HBO or some whatever. Like,
she did some title thing with it first though. Like she didn't
well, who
release
has
it.
title? Do you know anyone who has title?
Jay-Z.
Well,
That's-
that is Jay-Z's out. That's his company.
That's why. That's
Remember that
why.
video of all the artists sitting down in that press conference signing?
Beyonce, Rihanna,
Madonna was
Nicki.
there.
What
They
were
were
they signing? Oh, a title thing.
They were signing their rights over to be on title. It was that serious to them.
It's that like.
Do you remember that video? It was literally. It was like the UN.
It was. Very,
It looked like
gave
they were
that
signing a
vibe.
peace treaty.
It
was
yeah.
that serious.
But it's also like who uses title though. Like no one's like.
I'm telling you
Open
right
the
now.
title.
I don't know who uses it. I've heard it has pretty good quality though, music wise. Like the
Well,
actual
Apple
music.
Music has like good quality too. It has
I think
better
it
quality
does.
than Spotify.
It does. Spotify.
No shade.
It's so shade. I love Spotify for like how it works, but
Yeah.
I know the music quality is kind of trash.
It is. No, it definitely. But
Especially
Spotify's-
Bluetooth headphones. They're like the worst one.
Yes, they
Yeah.
won't. They won't connect for anything, or like the audio quality is like it's not loud at all.
That's audio quality.
At all.
Yeah.
But also like Spotify would be so cute because it'll just give you so many little playlists,
Mhm.
and it'll be like, here's this if you're feeling like you want to take a shit at like 2 in the
Right.
morning.
Oh
and,
my
like,
God.
You eat granola in the morning. Here's a playlist.
Do you eat granola in the morning?
Yeah,
I'm not a big granola person.
and with like fruit,
Like
not by
yogurt?
itself.
Like granola on top of yogurt.
Yes, because I love mixing textures.
Okay.
But usually I'll get like a papaya
Okay.
or like a. I'm not a big melon person. Like a cantaloupe. No.
You know,
Papaya?
like what's the green
No.
one?
I think cantaloupe.
No, it's oh my god, honeydew. Do you like honeydew?
No.
I haven't had that in so long. I'm just thinking about that right now.
It doesn't taste like. What would you describe the flavor? I feel like they
Water.
just don't give nothing.
It's just water.
yeah. Like
It just
they don't
tastes like
give-
sweet water.
I'll just take watermelon.
Oh, you ate that.
Like.
No, you literally ate
I
that.
don't need to eat you. I don't need. I mean, the orange one is kind of fierce because when you get a
The orange one,
really
yeah.
sweet one,
No, it's yummy.
and it has to be like just good to perfect.
Do you like them when they're scooped, or do you like it when they're like cut?
I would prefer for me to cut it
Okay.
because I don't know how freshly this was cut.
Also, like, I feel like the scoop is just like it makes me unsettled.
That's
because
so
it looks like the
extra.
fruit without the skin on it, which is
Yeah.
kind of like a lot.
And it looks like ice cream scoops now.
Yeah, not my thing.
That's too gentrified.
Ice cream is not with fruit. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, they
very
should not
gentrified. No, that's like my people did not do that. Like
Yeah.
they used to grow it. Like
Yeah.
why are we scooping it? Like that's kind of crazy. And then also like, how much are you wasting? Like
be a lot.
how much? Yeah, because you're just
You're scooping. I have no idea.
no. That's wasteful. Like you need to peel it like it's a big kiwi.
Yeah.
Do you eat kiwi with the skin?
I haven't had kiwi in so long. I'm not gonna lie to
Me
you. I don't
either.
even know what my preference is.
Right, like what does a kiwi even taste like?
What even is a kiwi?
Well,
And
it's
there
like
we
a
go.
big.
That's today's question. What is a kiwi?
What is
Like,
a-
what is kiwi?
Where do they grow? They grow on like tree.
I think so.
Like-
There's tree. Yeah.
In Australia, probably.
Probably it's very
It's
Australian.
kiwi Australian.
I think
Like,
kiwi's
girl, they have
technically New
everything
Zealand,
over there.
but
Like Lorde, new album.
no,
Oh,
wait. Okay,
stop.
okay. Before we get to Lord, because she literally is about to slay us all. This is
Us
crazy. I feel kind of special right now because this is my first episode. What? It's literally my first episode right now. We're literally filming. This is us just talking, by the way.
Welcome.
We literally haven't been doing nothing.
Yes.
I'm here. You want to, actually, okay. I'll introduce you a little bit and you can introduce yourself. So, this is an icon in the podcast game. He's been having his, I think, like since 2021.
Yeah,
I did
this-
some research.
Oh,
A little bit of research. Is that true? 2021?
yes.
Yeah. It was like a COVID project, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. But now you do it like every other week or every week, I think, and you eat. And he is like just super happy all the time. And I don't remember where we met, but honestly, it was probably me. I think I hit you up on Instagram.
Please, yes.
Yeah. So we're just girlies right now. This is Manny. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good.
Had a yummy Sammy.
We've been hanging out for a long time before this.
Yes, we've been talking forever.
Literally, we've been yapping and we're still yapping.
Yes, I'm a real yap.
Oh my god.
No, outside it was beautiful.
It was so beautiful today. I mean, we're in Colorado, right? We're in Denver. The sky's blue. The wind is a little hectic right now.
Good
But-
thing you can't hear it.
True.
It's
We were
silent.
going to be outside for a second, and then it was not going to work out.
Honestly, like I love being outside, but sometimes like that is a bad idea.
Sometimes the vibe is just
like
not
why
there.
are we outside?
No, literally.
But a concert outside,
Well,
you know who's coming outside?
Lord.
Yes.
To Red Rocks, I know.
Yes.
I think I'm going with my sister and her friend.
Are you on the wait list?
No, I
Are
think
you-
she
did you
dealt
get
with
a
it.
code?
I think she dealt with it. I told her, she said, do you want it, like, do you want me to
Yeah.
get one for you?
Yeah.
I was like, as long as you deal with it, sure.
Okay, see that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, see.
Did you wait in the waiting room? What did you do?
There's no there. I'm literally just in.
I think the general starts tomorrow.
I think it starts
Yeah.
tomorrow. Honestly, I think I'll be okay.
You think so?
I think so. I think I'll be fine because it's. I'm not too
Are
worried.
you manifesting? Like, are you
Yeah.
heavily?
Yeah, heavily. But I don't think it'll be
Oh.
too bad because
Okay.
Red Rocks is fairly big and it's also like, I mean, Lorde is a very big artist.
But she's not like
She's not like a mainstream like
Right.
TikTok audio.
like if Taylor was here, it'd be insane.
right, or like if it were like a TikTok artist where all of these middle schoolers know
Oh, girl.
and they're like, oh, like I hope she doesn't.
I
blow
hope
up.
no middle schoolers are at that show.
Exactly.
It would
because
ruin my vibe.
They're
the
gonna
entire
know what
night.
ribs,
They're not gonna
the
know
bridge,
what it is.
the hook.
They're
No,
not gonna
they know.
what
What
like
was that?
buzzcut season is. How sad is that?
They only know,
Or like 400 Lux. Can you imagine? They didn't know that song.
girl. I just. This
And they're
is
gonna be
why
like, "What the
they're
hell
like
is solar
this.
power?" Listen, like,
Some
they're gonna be like, "We love green light,"
Some
and I
people-
love green light too. But like, girl,
I
we gotta-
love like no dancing to Greenlight is magical.
Oh,
but,
100%.
but it's
That
not
and
like,
Supercut, it like it's over.
That's just the tip.
That is the tip of the iceberg.
There, like solar power.
The
for me
Lord
is
lore
magical.
goes far back.
Yes, even SoundCloud.
I read the other day. I read the like. Do you remember all the rumors about her and Jack Antonoff
No.
and like Lena Dunham? Have you not heard this?
No, I'm very. I sometimes stay away from like pop culture. 'cause
Oh my
I'm like, I
god!
don't
Well,
want
then maybe I'll
them-
ruin it. Maybe I want to ruin it
No,
for you.
tell me.
But so you know who Jack Antonoff is?
He's dating the girl from The Substance.
I think
And
they're
Lana
married.
Del Rey
I think
wrote
they're
that
married.
song.
I think they're married.
They're married.
Yeah, that was that was like that song, Margaret. That was like a song.
That
they
was
got
the
married.
party, October 14th.
I think so.
And do the party.
Exactly. That song makes me cry every time.
If you know, you know.
And these are really so. He's also, I think, the lead singer of the 1975. I think, and
It
he
wasn't-
produces for a lot of people like Taylor Swift,
And Lorde, yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
I think he's done.
He made
Um,
Sabrina's boring songs.
Oh.
No, he did. Please, please, please.
Oh, you ate that.
That's already- Mm.
I have my opinions on his stuff,
Yeah.
but he is he's like a cool looking white guy. He has
has his
glasses. He has his hits.
got
He
his-
is well respected.
Yeah.
He's been in the game for a while, so I'll
Right,
give him
right,
that. But I want to say after Melodrama came out, at the time he was dating Lena Dunham. Do you know who that is?
No, what is she?
She's an actress. She was
Oh.
in Girls.
He has a type. Uh huh.
Well, no, if you look at the two of them, they're not similar.
Oh, I just meant like actress.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I guess the whole thing was like I didn't even know about. I was so not in the game. This was like 2017.
Crazy year.
Crazy year. Apparently, this girl, she was doing this like thesis project, I think, or something.
I
And
love.
she literally made a PowerPoint. You can find it online.
Yes.
A PowerPoint proving that, like, if you go through the melodrama album, it's about how Jack Antonoff cheated on Lena Dunham with Lorde. So there's literally a PowerPoint out. This was a whole era of people thinking they like had a full on love affair.
I've listened to the albums and I've listened to the lyrics very carefully, and I've been like, like, who? Because also that boyfriend that Lorde has had, they've been dating since he was like, he's been 40 something when she was like 17.
Is that the man with the axe guy?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
That's who.
They're
that
still
is.
dating.
Well, no, they broke up, but they've been dating since she was 17. So then, in my
so
head,
she
I'm
cheated
like,
too then.
Right.
Wow.
Which is also like, okay, like how
allegedly, I guess we should say that.
Allegedly, right? I don't know if that man was
slander.
40 and she was 17. No, let's put some respect.
Yeah, we
on
love
Anna's
her.
name.
We love
This
her.
is just two gay boys
speculation.
talking.
Yes.
Yes, but I feel like cheating when you're.
Oh wow, here we go.
When you're like in a relationship and you're 40 and 17,
it's a lot.
That's a lot. That is too. You're not like.
No, that's crazy.
There's so much life experience that you have at 40 compared to 7.
Yeah, and you forget what it's like to be 17 too. Like you forget like how you felt.
Yeah.
And it's such a that's actually, if that's the right number, I'm not sure it is. But if
wait,
that's
we should Google that.
No, we literally should.
Is there an intern?
Maybe he's like we should get an intern. Gay intern. No, but you're so right. Like
what do you have?
Do age gaps make you like what's like do you what?
No, age gaps are kind of gaggy, like
in a good way or bad way.
No, both ways. Because
for straights or for gays or for everyone?
Gay people, I think it's a lot. I only know my gay experience.
Oh, well, I mean, yes.
And for me, I dealt with like when I was 18, and there was like a person that was in their 30s,
right,
in Vegas, and I remember my best friend sitting me down and being like, what does a 30-year-old have in common with an 18-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
This is just trauma bonding. You're just like, you're really just creating stuff in your head. And you're also like, you haven't lived anything to have any form of like, you know, like what can you even talk to a 30-year-old when you're 18? But that's not the 18-year-old's fault.
True. It's no, well, I mean, I don't think it's really anyone's. Well, it could be a 30-year-old.
But the 30-year-old knows a lot more.
They should know probably not to mess with an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially not, like, I think it's icky. I get the ick.
I think, okay, so, like, if we're talking about my gay experience, what I know, I think if you're, like, a gay person and you're maybe above the age of, like, 23, 24, 25, then I feel like, you know what? If you want to date someone who's, like, 10 years your senior, that's fine.
After 25?
Yeah, I think that's
definitely
fine.
25.
But if you're, like, in the prime years of, like, 18 through 22, I think that's weird. I think there's a lot of, like, things that could be settled in therapy, possibly. That you don't need to be dating someone that young.
Yeah, I think you're, or both ways.
Or like, I feel like, oh yeah, true. I mean, also, I don't want to blame younger people because they might be like being manipulated or something. But also, true. If you're a young person, you should be dating someone who's like your age because you can experience it together.
Yeah, or be like, how was my relationship with my father?
Ugh.
Ask that question before you date a 40-year-old. Because
have you ever been asked that before? Like by a guy? Like, how's your relationship with your dad?
Oh no, I think
girl.
No,
I hope you never have to. It's such a crazy question to ask someone.
Like, how do you even answer that? Like, good.
It's because I think gays like think it's like a trope.
Being like, I have a dad.
Or no, they think that like no. I think like every gay thinks that like their relationship with their dad is bad.
Really, my dad kind of doesn't talk. Like he's
do
just
you
or
or like
he's
in
a
general?
nonverbal king. No,
he's
general.
introvert.
He's just like he'll literally like.
I love that.
He just
him.
does what he does. He doesn't talk. Obviously, if he is very religious, so he has some opinions.
Okay.
But if you don't ask him, he won't let you know.
Damn.
That's kind of beautiful.
Is it passive aggressive or is it just because he doesn't talk?
No, he's just silent. He's just chill. He's a very chill person. Okay. But I wouldn't say my father was my best friend.
I would hope not.
Like if I had to, if like I had to choose whether if there was a fire and I had to save my mom or my dad, I would say. It's just a question. Like, I would just say my mom.
If you were hypothetically asked that,
yeah,
you would say your mom.
like, gun to my head, your house is on fire, who do you say? Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
But if I had a minute to spare, sure, I can get my dad.
Yeah.
But I'm not to say, like, my dad caused my trauma. I think all of my trauma has not been caused. My father was not in charge of my trauma.
Okay.
So I think that's...
I'm glad you've discovered that. Like, I'm glad you've, like... Because some people don't know, like, don't have that as a certain until they're much older.
No, I think it's very important. I think it's very important, at least for me, in, like, your early 20s, to figure some form
Totally. Did you go to therapy?
No, I went once, and they told me that there wasn't much that they could tell me.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I, like, a lot of what I was thinking about when planning talking to you was, like, I feel like you're such a, I don't know if spiritual is the right word, but, like, you have such a way of, like, I think you have a lot of control over yourself and, like, your emotions, and, like, you spend a lot of time dealing with, like, how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And you're pretty open about that. Like, where do you think that started?
I think I'm just aware.
You think you're just aware?
I think I'm, like, aware of, like, how I'm feeling. So then I'm like, okay, I think it just started being, like, at church and having so much, like, spare time because I would just detach. When you're at church and hearing that, like, gay people are not, like, God's, like, favorite or, like, they weren't born that way.
Right.
You kind of have to detach because, like, this is bad for your mind, girl.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot grow up thinking this.
Did you know you were, I mean, not straight at least, when you were, like, pretty young?
Yeah, when I was, like, 10 or 11.
Okay, yeah.
I, like, discovered... Well, even, like, in school, like, you just know, like...
Yeah.
For me, like, school was low-key a safe space because I was very flamboyant.
Low-key, me too, actually.
It's very nice.
It is weird.
And I think that's the difference now in school. I don't think there's that much, like, acceptance and freedom that we have.
It's so crazy because I feel like if you talk to our parents, they'd be like, oh, there were no gay people in our school, but that was because all the gay people were, like, totally traumatized and they wanted
they were
acting,
or also they probably weren't around you because you're not gay.
They were hiding and whatever.
Yeah, they were
But I feel like we're also from Denver or, like, Colorado, so I feel like it might be slightly different, obviously. But when we were younger, I mean, at least at my school, I, like, ran circles.
Yeah.
The girls and some of the guys, not even in, like, a romantic way, the guys just thought it was funny. Like, everyone thought I was, like, the cat's meow.
Yeah, being gay was kind of cool.
And we were kind of everything to everyone.
Being gay was kind of cool, y'all. Like, I don't know, this whole, like, Andrew Tate woke thing
it's gotta
messed
go.
up. Because
Go.
being gay was cool. Like, dressing up, like, being very flamboyant was cool. Like, people wouldn't... Like, Glee. I think Glee also helped
Our big thing, like, I feel like the Andrew Tate of our day, like, was iFunny. Remember that app? Remember that app of, like, all the
downloading
memes?
it, and it had memes. And
it was just pages and pages of random memes, and that's it.
I liked reading the fun facts.
True.
It would be crazy. It would be like fun fact number 1777, and like George Washington used to bathe in, like, red vinegar every night. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that's sickening.
It would be shit.
But I feel like that's what teenage or, like, pre-teen boys when we were in school. That's like all they talked about. It was just stuff like that. They were not. You're right. They were not going off about, like, how awful, like, groups of people are and how the white man is oppressed.
They would not care.
They would not care.
I mean, maybe now it is nice because we are aware of, like, the system and, like, the agendas that the government.
They were probably hidden, honestly.
Yeah, but probably hidden by, like, Shane Dawson and, like, all those YouTubers.
Oh my God, you're so right. That is, you know what? That's a quote. Andrew Tate of our day was Shane Dawson. That's absolutely true.
Like, I remember watching those shows and being like, why is he, like, doing that?
Like Smosh, that's crazy.
Yes, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
But I wasn't raised with social media, so, like, I kind of just, like, ignored it as well. So I think that allowed me to be more aware of, like, my emotions because I wasn't that, like, not brainwashed or, like, I guess brain rotted.
Right.
By, like when I would get home, I didn't have to worry about anything. My mom wouldn't let me hang out with friends from school, so it would have to be
outside
church
of
friends.
school.
Yeah, because she would believe
she was like, no
worldly.
way.
Yeah, she believed that, like, their beliefs would come back to me. She still thinks that my friends made me gay. It's crazy work. Yeah,
she has said that to you.
Religion is crazy. Yeah, she's been like,
crazy.
The people you hang out with lead you to this. Girl, my mind led me to this.
Does that necessitate? Like, does that mean to her, in her own way, that she thinks it's a choice?
No, she most definitely thinks it's a choice.
Oh, she most definitely does. Okay.
No, because I've had this. she's wanted me to like go to a doctor so they can like boost
Shut
me.
up.
Yeah, she thinks this is a choice. Like it's crazy work what religion can do to someone's mind and like what they think science can do. I'm like, girl,
God.
this is you. I was born this way. Have you not heard the song?
No. You're like, were you not on iTunes? Like 2010?
You were
2011?
alive during her prime. Like you must.
You didn't
have
see the
heard it.
video? Yeah. She
Like,
had slime all over her, yeah.
okay.
She didn't understand.
She did not, which is very shame. Like I feel very sad for anyone who's straight. Like you're missing out.
Okay.
Being gay
Right?
is beautiful.
You know, I have spent a lot of my time growing up, and even now, I have a lot of straight friends. And they're very nice people.
That's beautiful.
I don't surround myself with like bad people. It's
Right.
usually, even if they're straight, they're usually very kind.
There's
and
good
very
ones.
Cool.
Yeah, there's good straight people.
But sometimes I feel like I don't want to talk about what's happening in my little gay world because it is like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like their stuff is like peas and carrots. Ours are like nuclear bombs.
yeah, like you
and-
guys are trying to erase our existence.
No, literally.
And they're like you guys the eggs.
Literally, yeah. That is a great example.
Y'all, we can't even get a passport with our correct pronouns.
No, literally.
Okay.
Literally. So I'm always like, I have to make sure, like, whenever they talk about their stuff, I have to like put myself in a mode where I'm like, you know what, like, I care, like, I love it. I usually do care.
Like maybe complain about the puppers. They'll agree with the puppers.
Oh my god, if I have to explain to someone, mainly a man, what poppers are one more time, it's gonna kill me. I'm like, it's just disc cleaner, guys. Just go to your store, go to your, like, I don't even know, go to like a regular car store, get some disc cleaner, and then sniff
it
it,
in a
and you will get
bottle.
the exact same little high that we all get every night.
But also, I don't think okay. I don't know if this is an X-rated podcast, but I think poppers are
I think it
meant
is.
to be a bed stink.
A bad sting?
A bed thing. Like they're
bed
for your
thing.
they're for the bed. I
So,
don't think you should party with poppers.
You don't think, okay, so question, when you're, I know you mentioned earlier you don't really go out a lot. Like
but
that.
I do.
Like you
when-
do. You
Yeah,
do
like
go out.
I'm young, I'm lit, I'm bad.
Do your
Like,
friends,
we
like,
can
do
go
your
out.
girlies, do they bring poppers with them?
Sometimes they do. Like
Okay.
sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I have the poppers," but like some.
And that's not your thing when
rarely see
you're
them
out and about?
No, just because like, I mean, okay, it depends. Like maybe like if I'm in the moment and like Rush is on by Troye Sivan.
Yeah.
Of course, where are the poppers?
That's like the, yeah.
But like poppers is the last thing I would want to bring to a party, just because it's like now my hole is open. So now what? Like, like that's a bed thing.
No, does it happen that fast for you? I don't get it after one.
I mean, it depends.
That's a crazy question, but like,
it like depends. You said you
I'm
said
like,
how
that's
fast
a
do you
crazy
open?
question. I'm like,
No, I
like
think,
one sniff and the like chair is gone.
No, you don't need a sniff. You need like a sniff and hold. It's a sniff and
Sniff and
hold.
hold?
Yeah, like a sniff, like
Oh yeah.
hold.
Well, you're not supposed to just like and then be done.
No, like you have to get in. If
Now
you're
we
gonna
get
do it, do
nothing.
it well. Like
Oh,
if
your
you're-
brain, you need to like your brain needs to be like coated.
You need to warm your brain up for the fry. Like you
Oof.
need to burn those
Girl.
cells good. Like preheat the oven, inhale, get them deep into all those cells. Honestly, okay. Like here's the thing. I think we're all going to die. Like
I think. I mean, I think we know we're gonna
That's
die.
like the most certain thing, and it's like we're already gay.
See,
We're already like our life expect like we already went down and how long we can live. Gay
True.
people don't live that long.
true.
Do the poppers. Like
Do the poppers.
Maybe what you need is to dance on the dance floor to Abracadabra,
Literally.
hitting double Scorpio.
No, literally.
Just
they will
hit the
never know
front.
that feeling. Straight people will never know that feeling.
Straight people,
And that's so
never-
sad.
Or watching Drag Race and like being like wow,
Girl.
and being
Girl.
like cunty baby angel, mwah, 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 mwah,
Literally
mwah,
doing
mwah.
like 3 different substances while watching Drag Race. Like they will never know the feeling.
Yes. Eating like probably like what like pretzels because you're gonna bottom, so
Literally.
you can't eat anything.
Mhm.
But okay, bottom diet is crazy. Like,
Do you adhere to that a lot?
Okay, so now that I'm like a monogamous.
Oh
woman-
yeah, we should explain. You're now in a little relationship.
Yes.
Hee hee hee.
TV. Well, like it's my first like hella monogamous one
Oh.
because I didn't believe in monogamy.
Have you dated many people before?
Well, this is my second boyfriend.
Okay.
But my first boyfriend was monogamous, but it was also long distance.
Well,
and it was also a couple weeks. So like, girl,
it was not.
but
That was
that was a pre-trial. That was
Exactly.
like, okay, maybe.
You had to learn about yourself.
Yes,
There we
and
go.
I learned a lot.
There we go.
I learned that like I didn't need someone very that needed a lot of attention, because sometimes I can't like text all the time or call.
Right.
But monogamy has brought this like, well, I'm verse,
Okay.
but
You heard it here.
but I like a true verse. Like I'm
like you
true.
really, you're down for anything.
Yes, like
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio moon and rising. Like
Okay.
I can try things,
Yeah.
but bottoming is my new adventure.
New adventure.
And I do believe that what you eat is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And fiber,
Lots of fiber.
but lately, whenever like, I'm not one to plan. I think planning sex is very crazy to me.
It is really crazy.
We're 22, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
you're young. I'm 24, but that's okay.
You're still young.
I mean, yeah.
Once you're like a good 50,
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, let me get my back.
Then you kind of have to plan.
Yeah, then you have to be like, okay, I can only have sex today.
right.
Because like,
Oh my God, yeah.
tomorrow's not gonna work, girl.
It might not ever happen.
It might not. I
You
have
might not be
surgery
here tomorrow.
I'm getting my
Yeah.
hip replaced. Like
Exactly.
it has to be
It's over
today.
at 50.
I'm before 6.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, before 6. Yeah, literally.
But now it's like you kind of do have to prepare if you're gonna like.
Yeah.
I'm not one to shy away from like, you know, a little. It's chocolate.
Yeah.
I will
Right.
probably get the gun if
Okay.
that were to happen to me. If someone else
Really?
were to happen, I would be like, oh, that's fine. Like, go rinse and like, let's try again. I don't care.
Right.
It's just poopy. It's just a little dookie.
Yeah.
For me, no. I'm
Wait, if
embarrassed to
if
fart.
you were if you're the one doing it to someone else, is what you're saying?
Yeah, if it were my chocolate,
Oh wow. Yeah,
No.
you'd kill yourself.
I
I mean,
would
I
do-
shouldn't say that, but you do the.
I would jump out the window.
Yeah, you're jumping out the window.
I would jump out the window.
Yeah.
Like that's a little like I can't fart in front of like significant others.
Oh,
not
really?
even friends.
Really
Yeah, I think it was like my upbringing. Like my mom was very much like, no, don't do that.
interesting.
I've never heard my mom fart, nor my sisters.
That's
Nor
crazy.
brothers.
Wow. Okay.
It's very interesting. Like,
Yeah, that is
well, my
interesting.
brothers are 15 years older than me.
Okay,
So like
well,
they're
that's
adults.
probably-
Like they're
yeah.
not teens.
Yeah.
Like they weren't gonna
They
fart.
weren't with you. Right?
No,
Like,
not at
house.
all.
Yeah.
No.
Right. No.
Which
no,
is
no.
probably what like my sister's husbands were saying, that like guys who don't have like male figures in their life turn out gay. Crazy
They said
take.
that? They said that to you?
Well, they were saying it as in like generalization. How like
Well, yeah.
guys who grow up without like a father or like male figures kind of grow up to like,
Oh my god,
you
that's
know,
so
be a
annoying.
little girly.
I mean, that might be true, but like whatever.
It might be
Yeah,
true.
like,
I did
I
grow
mean,
up
like,
with
I mean-
5 sisters, but I don't
Yeah.
think it is necessarily very true, because like that's not how that works.
Also, I feel like growing up with like women. I mean, I'm not sure about like other people, but like I feel like you respect them more.
You respect them so much.
Yeah.
I have never like I respect women more than, well, I don't think it should even say that, but like respecting women more than men should be like, you know,
Yeah.
you should respect both equally, but in this day and age, I respect women more than men.
Well, yeah,
But also like
they have to work at everything like 10
and
times
like
harder.
through like
I can
having
imagine.
birth and like
Oh my god. Do you have you?
Period.
I literally. I mean, do you know that's like the worst pain a human can go through? That's like the most intense pain. I actually.
I cannot.
Someone told me.
I'm not shocked.
One girl I know,
I-
maybe a
I-
friend of mine, she told me when you're like pushing a baby out, it's literally when it happens, it's the sheer force of the pain literally wills the baby out of the woman. Literally, that is how painful it is.
Oh my
It's like
God.
sheer like nature pain thrusting the baby out of you.
And like that's what straight men don't understand.
They
that, like,
know.
the respect that women deserve and that they don't get.
The least they can do is sit next to them in the hospital bed. You know what I
The
mean?
least,
The
or like
least.
try to be a more considerate.
Yeah.
I hate when women have husbands that are like careless
Yeah.
and just like
Dumb.
dumb,
Yeah.
and that like the woman is like constantly telling them like what to do, and they not even then they listen.
Yeah.
She's telling you exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
But men are just kind of stupid. And like me being a man, like I think it's fine to say that. I don't think I'm stupid, because like we shouldn't talk about ourselves that way.
Right.
But we're also gay, so I don't know how much.
I mean, I think gay people are dumb in the sense that, like, I think we too will never go through what women go through.
absolutely.
So I
not.
respect that about them.
Yeah.
However, I do think, at least
We're more
At least for the ones like for the gays like us who like I know there are some gay people out there who definitely are not like great people, which is fine. You could you could be bad.
Transphobic gay people.
Oh, 100%, all that stuff.
Like,
but like the rest of us,
yeah.
I feel like we're so just like, besides hating on each other for how like our bodies look, but like with other people, I feel like we're so like, I love when girls come. Like I don't know about other people. I love when girls come to like gay bars or like Pride or stuff.
I love.
I think they're just such good sports about it. Like
Yeah.
they're so happy to be there.
I feel
and
so
I'm like,
safe.
I love that. Yeah, I'm like, I love that.
Like that's my safest space ever is women. Like
wow.
Like I've never felt comfortable. Like 100 men or 100 women.
Does your boyfriend have any siblings or like girls or?
I think he's like an only. You know.
You'll know.
I have horrible memory.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
And I'm sure I've asked.
Is he close to his mom? How about that?
Yes.
Okay,
his
love
mom,
that.
They came to visit, and they're close.
Okay.
But he's very like, so. His friends, which is also his roommate,
okay,
is like their sisters.
Okay.
Two of them, they're like his sisters. So they're very.
So
close.
he lives with his sister.
Well, roommates.
Oh.
But they've been friends for so long.
Oh, they're like
that
childhood
they're, like,
friends.
siblings. Yes.
And now they live together.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is very beautiful.
I love that.
And no, but he's also like he respects queens and like drag queens and trans girl, like everything. Like he respects women.
Yeah.
Which I think is very, very important.
Yeah.
Because like the concept of like misogyny and like just hating or disliking someone over your ego and over being a man, that's disgusting. Like I know I'm him, but like I don't mind a they. Like I really don't mind a they.
Do you have a lot of like they friends?
I tend to lean towards like the theys, the gays, the she's, the her. Just mainly because I'm more like I love just learning about like people's like coming out stories and I love learning how they. I think when you're like in early gay, you're kind of horny. Like you just want to have sex with everyone.
Yeah,
everyone you meet.
Literally everyone.
You kind of just
even
go
ugly
past
people.
Their experience.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay, this is very controversial, and I don't think like ugly people like I'm ugly to someone.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm ugly to someone. I'm sure like you're ugly to someone.
100%,
I'm sure I'm hot to someone.
I've been told I'm ugly to someone. Have you ever?
I've been told I'm ugly when
100%.
I was like 10 or 11.
Oh my God.
Like like middle school.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like,
ugly to someone.
Like everyone's ugly to someone. So like what I'm gonna say, don't like I'm not talking about you.
I'm gonna gag.
I do think I like ugly people because I think that like when you're a very beautiful person but you have never gone through like a bully or like gone through like a transformation of either like you know your life or like your body, you don't necessarily understand at least for me like how it has felt when you're not this at all times. So like there's I
think what you're trying to say is like you just hate hot people because they have not had like normal plain Jane hot people because they've not had to like bear the same
like you're not funny,
scrutiny.
You don't have personality, we can't connect, you're just hot.
They're just hot.
And so when you're gay, like that's kind of who you go to. Because
what do you think about gays who are really hot but then also really dumb or they're a bad person?
Okay, I can excuse the dumb part because being hot can get you very far if you're dumb and play your cards right.
It can get you careers. Literally careers.
The bad person, no, because beauty fades. You're a bad person. Every single person that you've been bad to is going to remember one bad thing that you've done. Because usually that's how it happens. Like usually people remember bad experiences, but if you're good, well, okay, maybe I should take that back because people also remember when you've done something good.
Yeah.
But if you're hot, you're gonna maybe not because there are ugly old people.
A ton.
But
they exist.
I guess it is.
You know what? I think this is a good point of like no matter what group you're like, not even group, but like whether it's race or sexuality or whatever, people are multiple sided. Right?
Yeah.
No one is one dimensional. We all have shades to ourselves. Everyone's a tree, and we go through seasons.
Yeah.
So you could be like you could be a woman who is very intelligent, but you also could be like an awful like racist. You know what I mean? Like people can be
Yeah.
like one thing and they
You
can be two things.
Yeah, like okay, this
And
is
then
gonna
one
be
plus
the
two is three.
craziest
Right.
example in the world.
Okay.
Trump is the worst human ever,
Period.
but he has some form of intelligence to at least even be.
You know what?
named
He
the
at least
president.
has some intelligence for comedic timing because sometimes that man is funny. I
He
hate to
is
say
a drag
it.
queen.
I hate to say he literally is a drag
literally
queen.
should be
He
competing
would
in
literally
Drag
get
Race.
at drag bingo. He would be doing numbers.
Yes,
He would be making all the
he's
girls
very.
gag.
He's very like he's a camp queen. He is Nina West.
He is.
down.
If you say Trump is Nina West, it's crazy.
Like he would be, but something
No, he's
happened
like-
in his life that he was like, I need to be a horrible human. Maybe
it must have been one specific event.
he saw a bad drag show. He's like,
Maybe
no,
he- yeah.
not this. Let me
Yeah.
go. Let me go.
I think he grew up in New York. I'm sure he like at least saw drag queens from afar.
At least saw RuPaul.
He at least saw RuPaul.
He like at least
He was at Studio 54.
RuPaul knew
Yeah.
Donald Trump new guest judge. His like reimage.
In another
he gets a new
universe, he
PR
probably
team.
was a guest judge.
Who?
In another universe, Donald Trump
Yes!
was because he just was the Celebrity Apprentice guy for a long
Yes,
time.
he was a reality TV
If
star.
he was actually not what he is
An
now,
awful human,
you
yeah.
for sure know RuPaul would have him on her show.
Yes, they did the musical.
True.
The Trump show. So obviously there's some form of
Maybe
like,
RuPaul voted for Trump allegedly.
Girl, he is fracking allegedly. Well, okay. I think RuPaul
Do you
should
think
be able to
fracking's-
frack, but
Okay.
because this is a black gay man and he has done so much for the culture.
Oh,
let him frack a lot.
Unspeakable amounts. Like
Yes.
he's done everything.
He's given
Yeah.
a lot of queer artists a
Let the
major
black drag queen
platform.
frack.
Let her frack, but it's not her. It's her white husband.
Is it?
Yes, and they're blaming RuPaul. So allegedly,
We love when a black woman is
takes the blame,
shamed
takes the gun
for
takes
the,
bullet.
actions of a white man.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
It's her husband in Wyoming. Well, that's also what I read, but
I do know she owns like a bunch of land in Wyoming.
Yeah.
They're big over there.
But it was her husband, and RuPaul got.
Now, why
the
are they
blame
still
'cause she's
married? That makes me
famous.
feel really bad about him then.
Well, they're open.
Oh.
And, like-
RuPaul's in an open relationship?
Yes. Okay. So this was back when I was in my open oats.
Okay.
And she did an interview where she was like, if you love someone, you should be able to let them go and just love them unconditionally.
Oh,
blah blah blah.
wow.
But they've been together for over 15 years. Like they've been together for
Oh, and-
so long.
So they've probably
I'm sure they were monogamous at some point. But
probably
also
the first 2 years, yeah.
maybe yes.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not saying I'm never gonna open, but
Okay.
I'm a little too insecure
Like
right
right
now
now.
to be open.
Yeah.
I would jump out the window
Again.
again
This is your
after
second time.
after
That's
it's
crazy.
chocolate.
No, literally.
Like I'm jumping out the
That'd be
window.
a terrible night for you if it's chocolate happened and then they said they want to be open.
Oh,
You would combust.
Okay, honestly, I would be like, at least they still want to be with me.
No, you'd be like, you know what? It was really bold of them.
I'm
Like,
that's
I
kinda
really
hot.
it kind of yeah.
Wait.
Then you're gonna be like Mr. Open.
No, I'll be like into it. But that's the adaptiveness of an Aquarian.
You are just giving
I'm just
the
an
adaptability.
Or maybe you just like that person and you're just dumb enough to be like, okay, sure, whatever. I'll just put all my boundaries and like shit aside. I don't care.
Question about signs.
Oh.
Is there one you won't date? Or like won't
Stay
fuck with?
away.
Yeah.
Well, okay, see, I love Pisces and Cancer. My
Okay.
ex was a Cancer, and I know you're a Cancer.
I am a Cancer.
And this podcast is literally.
It's literally I'm a Cancer, yes.
Literally. But
Wait,
think
but I'm
that
kind of Leo
Cancer-
cusp. Is that a bad thing?
No, I think Leos are beautiful.
Okay,
Wait,
love
you're
that.
like on the bridge of like almost being a Leo, so
Yeah.
like you have a little.
I'm
Leo
like within
tendencies.
the 2 day.
No, the podcast makes sense. The Leo, the cusp, yeah, because like
Yeah.
you just like.
I mean, the
talking,
podcast name was like
hearing-
because I've had cancer, but also I am a Cancer.
Oh no! I meant like the concept of a podcast.
No, literally, yeah, you're so right.
It's very Leo.
Wait, okay, so
coded.
you like Pisces and you like
Sorry.
Cancers.
No, I'll stay.
No, stop, yeah.
No. Those are like I don't know. I think I've learned a lot about myself dating
Dating a water
for
sign?
3 weeks. Yeah,
They will put you through it.
they will, and it wasn't necessarily through it. It was more so like it just kind of emotionally drained
Oh.
me. And I think that's just like where it's me. Like,
No, it's not really just you.
me.
But
like sometimes you.
which
just-
one do you think was like worse.
The straw or of the signs.
Yeah.
Well, that's different. I have a lot of Pisces friends.
Okay.
I love having friends that are Cancer and Pisces because they bring that like emotional and like I can love bomb them.
Okay.
But it won't be like a relationship.
Yeah.
But I think
I think
the Pisces kind of annoy me a little more. Just because sometimes they're like a little bit like me being an Aquarian, I don't like being like told what to do.
Yeah.
And like they're very like this is what I want to be done, and like they'll like just tell
They're
you.
bossy?
They're kind of at least the
Ooh.
Pisces I've encountered.
Okay.
Yeah.
My older sister's a Pisces, but I don't know if she. You know what? Maybe
Does she know what she wants?
I don't think so. No.
That's interesting. So maybe it
I think
depends
she
the
took on
rising.
the more emotional part. Like I think she did 2 scoops of that.
Aww.
You know.
She needs to tap into her bossy oats. That
She does.
She
needs to say no more. Like,
yes.
Be a boss.
Push that energy into the boss category.
Yeah.
I think you can do that with anything.
Yeah.
But no, Capricorn's my boss is a Capricorn,
Okay.
and it's very just bossy vibes. Like
Okay.
Capricorns are very much like they think logically. They're gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I've kind of stepped out of that. Like I don't need that.
You don't need that in your life.
I don't need to think logically.
Wait, what is he again?
He's an Aquarian.
Oh, you guys are both Aquarius.
Yes, and he's a Cancer moon.
And how is that? How does that dating someone who's kind of similar?
It's
in that
very
respect?
nice because we're very similar in our way of like communicating or in our way of like
Right.
how we like to spend our like for me like my love language is like quality time.
Right.
And his is as well. So like that's very beautiful. But I think it's also very Aquarian.
Okay.
Because when you're an Aquarian, like it's a very like you'll see me when you see me, you'll text me when you like
Right.
I'll text you when I text you. I try to work on that because I don't think it's very healthy.
Yeah.
Because you need to build those connections with friends.
Yeah.
At least like text your friends back.
Mhm.
But in a relationship with him, it's been very beautiful because I don't know. I think it's very beautiful, like being able to both be Aquarians. It's kind of poetic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's very nice. It is. I'm like Scorpio moon, so I'm very emotional, and I can speak about my emotions.
Okay.
Him being in the Capricorn, I think Capricorn rising, something rising where it's like he's not very good at that.
Okay.
Like he can not very good.
Okay.
That's kind of like where I chip in more. Where like okay, we need to. What the fuck is? Oh, sorry. Like what is going on? Oh, like what is going on?
Yeah.
I'm not very aggressive. I don't like talking aggressively, but I like clear conversations and like I'm not like, what is it called? Confrontational.
Yeah.
But
That's a word.
But I can, like if I need to know something, I'm just gonna tell you, or like if I want to
Yeah.
open.
Like you're blunt.
Yeah, but like I'm trying not to be so blunt because there's a way to say things that don't necessarily need to come off that way.
Yeah, and that can trigger some people.
Yeah.
In a weird way, yeah.
Yeah, like we need to talk.
Ooh, hate when someone tells me that.
My stomach just dropped.
Or when they're like, "Can we talk later?" I'm like, "Let's just talk now."
Right now.
Yeah.
Call me right now.
What is happening right now? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like you're mad. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think
Would you date your Cancer?
I don't know about that. I don't think I've ever actually. I mean, I don't know if I've not. Okay, the only person I've like kind of ish long term dated was a Virgo.
Love Virgos.
Right?
Love.
It took me a while to get to that, but I actually love them.
They get shit done.
They get shit done. They make shit happen.
And it's
Kind of scary, actually. Like,
very
they just get
scary.
shit done.
And you're like, when did you have the time to do
Yeah,
this?
exactly.
Like when?
Yeah. Otherwise, the only one where I'm like, I probably will never. I don't do Aries anymore.
Aries, they're a little hectic.
They're a little hectic, and they're just like very off-putting sometimes. Like their attitude.
Oh,
I don't know. Like it's just like
I
they're
forget
very
about those signs.
they're fire.
No
signs.
shade. Like sometimes
Yeah.
the like those. I'm like that's the Kia signs.
Yeah.
Like a Libra, an Aries. No.
Oh, I don't even know what those are.
An Aries.
What's your? Do you have an animal? No.
No, an animal.
You're a fish, though. No, that's Pisces.
No, I'm a water barrier.
You're a water barrier.
Girl, that's what I thought I was. The
That's what
water
an
sign.
Aquarius is. A
Yeah,
water barrier.
but then we're air, right?
But I mean, like Cancer is like a crab.
Yeah, we're a water barrier.
What?
We're a girl.
Oh,
like,
water barrier is
we're
crazy.
a girl like hauling water. I don't know why.
That is really weird.
I'm sure there's the rhyme and reason, but I don't know why.
Well, they're all like constellations, aren't they? So like maybe that's like
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're all like constellations.
Duh.
I think yeah.
But also, it's Western astrology, so if we
True.
really
We
want
got to
to
go
get
back to the
into it,
roots.
we
Have
to
you
go.
have you looked into that before?
The Mayan one? No.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to. When I went to Mexico, I wanted to, but again, Mom, she doesn't believe in that. She thinks it's a devil, so she didn't let me.
She thinks astrology is the
Girl,
devil
that is
or
the
Mayans.
devil.
Really?
Astrology. It all ties in with spirituality, the devil.
Girl.
For her, it's like the demons. It's a
Girl.
ghost. It's astrology.
Yeah.
Like no, like if she no, but me being an Aquarian, I'm like I don't care. I'm still gonna get it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm 22. Like, I love my mom. I'm not
Love her,
like
man.
I'm sorry, but like
This is not slander to your mom. We love her.
This is no
Yeah.
like I'm sorry. No, I respect moms. I think being a gay boy and having a mom is like magical. Even if she's a little, a little conservative,
Yeah.
a little flat earther. Well, she's
Right.
not a flat earther.
Okay.
She's not that dumb.
Okay.
But like, even if she was like, don't paint your nails, whatever. That's my mom.
Yeah.
But at some point, we do have to like think for ourselves.
We do.
And like, what is your belief system? Like,
Yeah.
you cannot believe what your parents believe just because they believe in it. Like,
Yeah.
that's not how this works. When I truly believe that when you die, what you believe in is what happens.
Okay.
So if you believe in hell, that's where you go. If you reincarnate, you reincarnate.
Totally.
If you go to heaven, you go to like. You create your own reality. Is the way that I see it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna believe what my parents believe because they don't believe in me going to wherever they're going.
Right.
So I have to create my own thing. But lately, I haven't been able to like decide what to believe in, and I'm trying to like stay away from the belief that what you believe in will happen when you die, because I don't know what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to keep that away from my mind.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you die?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've ever put like words to it. I think there's some truth to that though, that like you kind of go where you think you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But I also like I've never been fully against reincarnation.
No,
Like I've always thought that's not something that I would like. To me, that's not impossible. I mean, I don't know what is possible. So like anything, I guess, is possible. But that to me feels like that's like that makes me feel a little bit like, I guess, better.
Would you
about
want
the
to
death
come
process.
back in a different body or like in a?
I think I want to come back as like a plant or something. Honestly, I need to like humans make enough destruction. I
that's
could
true.
not, or like I don't know, a mountain.
A mountain would be very good. You would see a lot.
I don't know.
You would see the bottom of the ocean.
You'd see everything.
You'll eventually see the birds.
No, literally.
Huh? That is actually kind of nice. A mountain.
Yeah.
But like, would you want to be here, like in the? Well, where everyone has mountains. I always thought like we only have mountains. I was like, girl.
You mean like other states or other countries or other?
Yeah.
Other states have mountains. Yeah. There's like the Appalachians.
The Alps.
No, that's different.
In France.
But there's
the ones in Vegas, the ones in LA, the ones in because like the coast, Oregon. There's so many mountains. I would want to be in a mountain by the beach, like in Oregon.
Oh, 100%.
Oregon seems very beautiful.
Oregon coast is stunning.
I've never been. I need to go. That might be a state where I go this summer then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh, that would be pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check that down.
Girl, check that down.
No, but I used to believe that I'm not gonna reincarnate. Like I used to believe that this was my last life. Like, I was like, honestly, like I think being gay was my last transformation.
Oh, maybe that's everyone's last.
Maybe everyone just needs.
Wait,
to
that's
be
actually
gay.
kind of that'd be a really cool movie.
I wish trans would be my last though.
Oh, it might be
because like I think that is the I truly believe if God were real, he would be.
That's someone's best
They would
form.
be trans.
Yeah,
like trans is really such a beautiful form. Like you experience so much. But not in this political climate.
No.
I would want to be trans back in like when Native Americans used to make them
queens
or make them like well, trans people have always been a form of like higher power or a form of like of not higher power but like just and high up. Like they've always been a smarter form of humans. I think so.
I think that's true.
But
or it could be, yeah.
I think since people got scared of what is quote unquote normal and colonization and all those things, obviously they became a minority.
Right.
But trans people are literally 1%. 1% is not affecting absolutely anything that it goes on in your life.
True.
They're not in charge.
You're
of
actively choosing to make it a problem.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
actively
totally.
waking up, being like, how do I ruin trans people's days?
Yeah.
What is going on?
They're in their
lives?
mind so much. Like, you have to wonder what the hell is wrong with these people.
I have not seen one, at least not, I mean, they were clockable, so.
Right.
But I have not seen not one. And I live in Colorado and they're very gay. But, you know, like, these people are going out of their way to make their day a living hell. And for me, like, I think that is just, like, that's the Hopi prophecy. Like, these humans have just lost the art of loving other humans. And I think we were the last to experience our teens that way. Like, we were the last to experience at least some form of bliss. Where, like,
what?
Or maybe not bliss, but, like, a little bit more guarded.
What an interesting concept that like, we would be the last.
Because
like,
right now,
really
no.
get it. Like, the timing of all that's crazy.
It's kind of, I feel lucky. It's kind of like the things where it's like, to be alive, like, you were 1.2 million cells, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it is true. Like, at least we got to witness Lady Gaga and Beyonce.
True. Oof.
And, like, Ariana. And,
I feel
like,
blessed every day.
Yeah. Rihanna. At least we got to
literally got
Rihanna.
Rihanna, whatever.
I remember listening to Anti when it came out.
Ugh.
When she was performing
there.
with SZA, when SZA was hiding behind the curtain.
In 2016, you were there.
Yes, when she was hiding behind the curtain.
It was serious. It was serious.
Why was she behind the curtain? That was so funny to me. But no, like, that is crazy. Like, kids these days won't get it. I'm sorry. Like, or maybe we're just getting old.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're old.
22? 22 is not old.
Girl. No, that's like, I saw this thing that when it's loading, you know, like on computers, when it's like loading and it's like 15%, blah, blah.
Oh, that's how far you are?
Yeah, like that's, I mean, it gets a little crazy when it's like 60 because it's like right there. But it's kind of true. Like 22 is nothing. 24,
that's nothing.
You're two more. Like, that's nothing.
My brain's not even fully formed yet.
No.
Like, fully.
Let's do some poppers. Let's
do them.
Let's forward.
Trust me, nothing will hold me back from doing them.
No.
Anytime.
No. I think life is too short. That is my biggest thing. Like,
yeah.
Life is too short. And also, like, when you're gay, I think we take a different life, you know, path. Yeah. When you're straight, you already have that built in for you. And I'm sorry, but that's just how society, and that is how your society
very true
made it. Like, men complain about not being able to talk about their feelings, bitch, because you
they did
this.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy.
Like, you created the system. Oh.
Go ahead, look. I was thinking of ways to wrap this up. I guess, okay, let's say, like...
Wait, no, this is the last thought, where, like, our life paths of, like, being gay, like, you kind of just have to queen out, and, like...
Yeah, this is us talking to other gays. Gays, if you're listening, you kind of just have to...
Queen out when you can. Nails. Do something gay today.
Yeah, every day do something gay.
Every day, because...
It'll make you feel better.
They're trying to erase us.
Yeah.
They're trying...
The more gay, the better, I would say.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a beautiful ending.
Love it. All right, till next time.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.